Good morning to all of you. Very recently, the governor of Kerala, Sri Muhammad Arif Khan, using his exclusive powers under Article 213, Clause 1 of the Union of India, of the Constitution of India, signed an ordinance of the Kerala Police Act 2011, inserting an amendment to Section 118A of the Police Act. Normally, you might have been seeing that in these days, now these are the days of the social media, trolling, and everybody wants to write whatever he knows. And he is in other way, he is defaming the other person, he is castigating allegations of other persons. So many things are happening. But straight away, there is no case of cyber defamation or online defamation. No doubt, there is a section in the Indian Penal Code, that is 499 IPC, regarding the reputation, regarding the damage to the reputation, which you can call it as a defamation. And this defamation can be taken in civil, criminal, as well as a law of torts also. But when it is done through medium of communication, that is when it is done on the platform of social media, there is no straight jacket formula or there is no straight section for this. So Kerala state has taken an advanced step and promulgated this ordinance. This is by inserting the amendment to Section 118A. So you may be knowing, according to Section 499, so what is defamation? Whoever by words either spoken or intended to be read, or by signs or visible, so you may be knowing that libel and slander. So concerning any person intending to harm or knowing that it is likely to harm the reputation of such person, except that exceptions he is said to cause the defamation. Now, as far as Section 118A is concerned, it says, whoever makes, expresses, publishes or disseminates. So all these things. Number one, making it is a comment. Second, expressing opinion. Then publishing through press or other things, or disseminating through communication. So through any mode of communication, any matter of threatening, then abusing, humiliating, or defaming a person or certain class of persons. If you are by your words publishing or by your dissemination, any matter like threatening, abusing, humiliating, or defaming a person, then knowing it to be false. If it is truth is the best defense, I will tell you later. Knowing it to be false, and which causes injury to the mind, reputation, or property of such person, then such person is liable for punishment for 3 years and with fine of 10,000 or so. Right? So this has been made a cognizable. Previously 499, some non-cognizable offences, but now this is a cognizable offence. So, in nutshell, this section says that whoever publishes any defamatory information on social media, threatening, abusing, humiliating, or defaming anybody, he is liable for punishment for 3 years. Right? Plus fine 10,000. And it is made a cognizable offence. You may be knowing what is a cognizable offence. Cognizable offence means it is an offence where the police can arrest a person even without getting a warrant from a magistrate. That is the power. Section 41 CRPC. It gives 10 types of SIPS order, 10 types of powers to the police. They can arrest anybody even merely on suspicion if it is a cognizable offence. Now, people are thinking, of course, there are so many comments in social media also. It is against to the right to freedom of speech and expression as envisaged in Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution of India. No doubt. Previously, I will tell you only one case. Justice Holmes, 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 in the famous dissenting opinion in the case of Abrams versus United States of America, he stated that truth is the best defense. The power of the truth is only the ground upon which the defendant can rely. In this connection, please remember the very famous 2014 Shreya Singhal versus Union of India case, where Justice Jyoti Salameshwar, Rohinton Nariman, they stated that Section 66A. So whoever passes on any information which is abusive information, then through media, that section is liable, and this section is unconstitutional. The Supreme Court of India already held such sections as unconstitutional, but once again Kerala police, Kerala government brought an ordinance in this shape by amending section 118A. Of course, there are so many comments, there are criticisms, no doubt, so many things will be there. But anyway, since some people say that some law secretary has written that this section is vague, it is overbroad, and actually it is neither necessary nor conducive at this time, because, and he asks for the relook is necessary in this ordinance. Of course, nowadays in a democracy, criticism is important, but now we are going to the stage of exceeding that criticism and commenting as to what doing some things which are definitely causing defamation to the others. Of course, whether we agree or not, the act has been passed, and this may be a footstep for other states also. That's why I am making this video. Otherwise, after all, not necessary. So many states they may be getting so many amendments, but this is because normally we have been seeing there are some occasions where the people have been told, the people have been defamed on the social media, but there is no proper and correct section. So in the Information Technology Act, no doubt, even though we say that the world has global age is digitalized, but still the Information Technology Act 2000 is not enough, it's not sufficient. So cyber defamation, there is no specific section for cyber defamation. Of course, for that purpose only, these people might have amended. Anyway, there is a starting step. Maybe eccentric, maybe extra, may not be necessary, but some act has some amendment has come, and we have to learn about the same, because in some other days, in some other states also, they may come up with the same thing. That's why please remember, in place of defamation, of course defamation is there, we can't change the IPC, but as far as the defamation, when it is done through online media, through any media of communication, then definitely the police have got the power. Definitely police are given, now they have become more powerful to arrest anybody for spreading rumors, to arrest anybody for defaming any higher officers, to arrest anybody who tries to humiliate the concerned department. So definitely there are of course good things and bad things. Normally pro and con will always be there. Anyway, it is one section which has been newly introduced, and definitely it is a subject of controversy. Even the CM Pinarayi Vijayan is also saying that we are not going to actually clutch the so-called freedom of speech. It is only against to the persons who misuse the same, right? So anyway, let us wait and see the result of this ordinance. Of course, some people say, what is the purpose of the ordinance? Why is so much of necessary? And it is for the state to look after. Thank you.